Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I am going to be your host this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope sincerely that you're doing well out there. Very grateful to have you. Let's get this game underway. To get signed up for the quiz this evening, come to this here website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get there, you're going to notice we're looking for a few basic sign-up details from you. These details include a team name, an email address, and then you're going to find a drop-down menu that asks you whether you are or are not a part of the league. It is week 6 of season 58 of NYC Trivia League. Thank you so much to those of you who are part of the league this season. If you want to play tonight and you are not a part of that league, great. We want you here. We want you all to play with us. We're going to be playing 4 rounds of general knowledge trivia this evening. Our first 3 categories are question and answer style rounds, and our 4th and final theme of the night is a picture round. That means, of course, the majority of the game are these question and answer style rounds. And here's how it works. I will ask you a question out loud for you to hear. As I ask it, it will pop up directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, meaning that you will be able to see the question as I ask it. Some of the questions may have multiple choice options. The vast majority of your questions this evening are going to be short answer in their construction. It is your goal to enter in the response that's correct, I hope, and click the button that says submit answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Yeah, there's going to be a countdown timer for all of the questions in the first 3 rounds of the game. So keep an eye out for it and make sure you always click submit answers before it's too late. Let's say you want to change your answer and you still have some time left on that timer. Please, by all means, go ahead and do so. Just make sure you click submit answers again before the timer runs out so we get your most up-to-date response on our end. If you have a spelling error in your response, I am able to see what you put as your answers, and I will do my darndest to make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. If you're just joining, hi, welcome. I'm Meredith. I'm going to be your trivia host tonight. Come play with us. Get yourself signed up for the game by coming to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. You'll notice when you get to the site, it asks you for a few basic sign-up details. Those include a team name, an email address, and a drop-down menu that asks you, are you in the league? Are you not in the league? Click the one that is appropriate for you and then click sign me up to play. All are welcome to join us here this evening. If you are a part of the league, you may be curious to know how it's going for you thus far in season 58. Our top 10 teams after 5 weeks of this season. In that first spot, we have 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks with 195 total points. And rounding out the 10th spot with 155 points, the novelization of Erin Brockovich, 2000. It is closely matched here, everybody. Very much anyone's game still this season. So many games to go. And we do take your top 7 scores from the season and factor them in as we figure out our top 10 here. So you could still end up in there if you're not in there tonight. If you're just joining, get signed up for the game by coming to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Our 4th and final theme of the night, that's when we're going to get to the picture round portion of the game. It's structured a little bit differently than our first 3 categories of the evening, and I will walk you through the specifics so when we get to that point of the quiz. All right, 2 rules before we dive into round number 1. Our first rule and most important rule of the game, there is no cheating in trivia. Do not look the answers up. That is not the point of what we're doing here. Use your brains, not Google or any other smart device that is not human. Number two, do not put the answers in the chat. That's it. That's all we ask of you. Thank you so much for following those two rules. This is your last opportunity here to get signed up for the game before we dive into round number one. So come on over to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, enter in a team name and email address. Let us know if you are or are not a part of the league, and you will be joining these 49 fabulous trivia teams. From our first team to get signed up tonight, Puzzled Potato Pals, down to our most recent team to join us, the Rubber Yolks, and every team in between. I welcome you to tonight's game and wish you all good luck. I hope these themes are right in your wheelhouse. We'll find out. Round number one is starting right now, and it is in the category of Cross the Line. Cross the line, our first topic. Cross being the key word. Cross will pop up either in the question or the answer in round one. Let's do it. Cross the line, round one, question number one. Thanks to the Harry Potter series, there is now a designation for platform 9 3/4 in the concourse of what London railway station? Name that London railway station. Good luck. Excellent guesses coming in. Shout out to the teams who put Charing Cross. Very smart knowledge showing through there, though that's not the correct answer. King's Cross, however, is the name of that railway station, which 77% of you got right. A good start to the game. Question number two. According to the New York Times, what day of the week is the most difficult to complete in the New York Times crossword puzzle? The most difficult to complete. Name that day. Bold Helsinki syndrome in Sharpie. This may surprise some of you. I'm gathering from the answers coming in. The Sunday crossword is the largest crossword that the New York Times puts out each week, though it's about the difficulty level of a Wednesday, whereas the Saturday is the most difficult, which 35% of you got correct. I did just post a link in the chat in which the New York Times discusses the difficulty of the Saturday crossword, if anyone's curious. Question three. As of 2024, Alex Cross, a fictional police detective from Washington, D.C., has appeared in 35 novels written by what best-selling author? The Alex Cross novel series are written by James Patterson is your correct answer for number 3. 65% of you got that one right. Question number 4. An arbalist is a person who shoots bolts from what kind of ranged weapon? An arbalist shoots bolts from what kind of ranged weapon? I see most of you remembered the theme of this round is cross the line. It's a crossbow. And in fact, everybody who submitted got that right. Well played. We do, in fact, have a social on our hands. Our next question in round number 1, question number 5. The Millennium Cross is a 217-foot tall cross and tourist attraction that stands atop Vodno Mountain above the capital city of Skopje in what country? That had a name change in 2019. Name that country. The Millennium Cross, very tall, located in North Macedonia, is your correct answer for question number 5. A bit tougher there, but 39% of you pulled off a correct response. On to our 6th question in Cross the Line, round 1. David Cross and Bob Odenkirk created and starred in what HBO sketch comedy series that aired from 1995 through 1998? That sketch comedy series, created by and starring David Cross and Bob Odenkirk, was called Mr. Show, or Mr. Show with Bob and David. And would you believe that featured in an episode of Mr. Show as the voiceover for a Civil War reenactment sketch was none other than our theme for this season? You have just been Goldbloomed. Yes, it happened. Jeff Goldblum featured on Mr. Show. Our next question in this round, number 7, commonly recognized as the world's busiest pedestrian intersection, is what Japanese crossing, often compared to Times Square? I have an answer for you all for number 7, that pedestrian crossing that is so busy is called Shibuya Crossing. Shibuya Crossing. And this also happened to be my hint of the night. If you all follow me on Instagram at Trivia Meredith, you would have known at some point this evening that Shibuya Crossing would be coming up in the game. Follow me. I'll help you out next time you play. And of course, our next quiz coming up 1 week from now. That is Wednesday, May 1st. It's going to be May. Our next question in this round, question number 8. According to Kelley Blue Book, what was the top selling crossover SUV in 2023? Its first model debuted in the US in 1995. You got 4 options there. Name that model of car. According to Kelley Blue Book, the top selling crossover SUV in 2023 was Toyota RAV4 is your correct answer, which 70% of you got correct. Honda CRV, excellent guess. The second highest one that actually is not on the list because the year would have given it away. It was a model of Tesla that came in number 2 behind the RAV4. Question 9. Let's do it. Fill in the blanks. From 2001 through 2004, broadcast on the Sci-Fi Channel in the United States, was a show titled Crossing Over with blank blank, in which the host gave psychic readings to audience members trying to communicate with loved ones who had passed. Fill in those 2 blanks. That show was called Crossing Over with John Edward. Crossing Over with John Edward. How'd you do? Not the politician John Edwards, but simply John Edward. 46% of you got it right. Our final question of this round coming at you right now. Here it is, number 10. All I Need Is Time. To remember that What Power ballad, written by Diane Warren and performed by Britney Spears, debuted as part of the soundtrack to the movie Crossroads. A tough one. Some of you got that hint with All I Need Is Time, which is a line from I'm not a girl, not yet a woman is your correct answer for number 10. 21% of you got it right. Our toughest question of the quiz thus far. Let's do it. We're getting a sound effect. What a way to end the first round. Super tricky. But well done to that 21% of you who pulled off a correct answer. Let's see how it's going. One round into the game, a bunch of you doing quite well thus far. We do have a tie here in 7th place with 8 points each. McClunky, We Drink and We Know Things 17 and 12. J&J, Not on Spring Break, Unleavened Nando's, Chi-Chi's Forever, Quizzards of Oz, and actually. In 2nd place, we've got a tie with 9 points between We Drink and We Know Things 22 and 69. And how can this be? For I am the Quizats Hatterack. Why not Zoidberg and the Blue Shells? And in the lead, all on their lonesome right now, the only team with a perfect score, 1 round in, 10 for 10. The novelization of Aaron Brockovich, 2000. Great first round to all of you. We're going to dive right on into round number 2, which tonight is in the category of tortured poets. We're talking tortured poets in round 2. Let's do it. Round 2, question 1. From 2019 to 2022, Joy Harjo. Pardon me 1 second. Joy Harjo was the 23rd person and first Native American to hold what title? What's that title? Our first answer in Tortured Poets, Joy Harjo, the 23rd person and first Native American to be called Poet Laureate of the United States. Poet Laureate, 84% of you got that one right. Question number 2. What Welsh poet wrote the 1947 work, Do Not Go Gentle into That Good Night? Do Not Go Gentle into That Good Night, written by Dylan Thomas is your correct answer for number 2. 54% of you got that one right. Our third question in round number 2. What godmother of punk with the 1975 album Horses has also published several collections of poetry, including Wit and Auguries of Innocence? You're not Dylan Thomas. I'm not. Patti Smith is your answer for number 3. Patti Smith. 61% of you got that one right. Like to see it. Our fourth question in this Tortured Poets round. Upon whose death in 2013 did Maya Angelou write the poem His Day is Done, which included the lines unjustly imprisoned in the bloody maws of South African dungeons? Almost a social, but not quite. Maya Angelou wrote His Day is Done in honor of Nelson Mandela, is your answer there. Well played, 96% of you. Question number 5. Fill in the blank. Per an 1807 William Wordsworth lyric poem, I wandered lonely as a blank. That William Wordsworth poem goes, I wandered lonely as a cloud. Cloud, your answer for number 5. Question number 6. Released posthumously in 2000, The Rose That Grew From Concrete is an album that features a cast of celebrities reading the poems of what rapper, which he wrote between 1989 and 1991. Name that rapper. The Rose That Grew From Concrete, published as a book of poetry, also published as an album. It's Tupac Shakur, your correct response for number 6. 91% of you got that one right. Good job. Question 7. What Rhythm Nation 1814 and Against the Ropes artist had her first starring role in a film in the 1993 John Singleton movie Poetic Justice? A movie which also happened to feature Tupac in a role. It starred Janet Jackson, is your correct answer for number 7. 67% got that one. 3 more questions in round 2. Tortured Poets, we're talking here. Here's number 8. Which of the following poets is not mentioned in the lyrics to La Vie Boheme from Jonathan Larson's musical Rent? Not mentioned in La Vie Boheme. La Vie Boheme from Jonathan Larson's musical Rent does feature the names Langston Hughes, Allen Ginsberg, Pablo Neruda, to Sylvia Plath. Not in the song. Sylvia Plath is your correct answer for number 8. It was a toughie, but 35% of you got it right. Question number 9. What Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants and Joan of Arcadia actress has published several books of poetry, including a collection she wrote from the ages of 11 to 21 called Free Stallion? Star of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. So many good guesses. It could have been America Ferrera or Blake Lively or Alexis Bledel, but it was in fact wife of David Cross, who came up earlier. Amber Tamblyn is your correct response for number 9. A tough question, but few of you, 37% in fact, pulled off a correct response. Our final question in this Tortured Poets round, here it is, number 10. Ethan Hawke and Josh Charles reunite in the music video for Taylor Swift's Fortnite after having starred together in what 1989 movie that featured references to Walt Whitman, Horace, and Shakespeare? Name that 1989 movie. That 1989 movie featuring Ethan Hawke and Josh Charles. It's Dead Poets Society. Not only are they in Tortured Poets Club's, or pardon me, Tortured Poets Department's first music video, but they also were in the Dead Poets Society. 74% of you got that one right. Well played. Let's see how it's going. 2 rounds into the quiz. I'm sure things have changed quite a bit in our standings. Right now, a tie for 8th place with 17 points. We Drink We Know Things 17 and 12. Not on Spring Break, Jackass Incorporated, Unleavened Nando's, and actually tied in 3rd with 18 points. We Drink We Know Things 22 and 69. And how can this be? For I am the Quizettes Hatterack, Why Not Zoidberg, and Quizzards of Oz. And tied for the lead, no perfect scores 2 rounds in, 19 out of a possible 20 points, the novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000 and the Blue Shells. Our 3rd round coming at you in just a moment. But first, we do private events and we would absolutely love to work with you. We host private events in person and virtually. We also do hybrid events. If you're looking for something to help you and your colleagues get to know each other in a fun setting, this could be the perfect solution for that. If you're looking for a way to celebrate an upcoming birthday party or baby shower, we want to be a part of it. You can reach out to me, Meredith at nyctrivialeague.com, and we will get the party started. Round 3 this evening is in the category of horses and ponies. We're talking horses and ponies. Let's do it. Round 3, question 1. War Horse is a novel, play, and 2011 Steven Spielberg movie about a bay Irish hunter horse that is purchased by the British Army and used in combat during what war? Which war was that? I have an answer for you all for number one. Warhorse set during and before World War One is your correct answer. World War One. Let me review your responses. You put it in a few different ways, causing me to have a moment to rescore things. Sit tight. Warhorse. I got to see it at Lincoln Center years ago. It was amazing. The movie also quite good. How'd you do? Did you know it was World War One? Let's find out right now. In fact, 77% of you got that one right. And you may have noticed that we did a little callback to a previous season's theme here. You have just been Spielberg. He's back. Hey, Steven. How's it going? Our next question in round number three. Purported to have received an honorary degree from Notre Dame, Lil Sebastian is a beloved miniature horse that is featured in what sitcom? In 2019, show creator Mike Schur visited Notre Dame, where it was announced that a campus popcorn machine was named in Lil Sebastian's honor. Name that sitcom. There are a couple of people who put World War One and spelled it out, and for some reason it's not marking it as correct automatically. I do have to go back through and do that by hand for whatever reason. Not sure why, but I will make sure that everyone who wrote out ONE gets that point. Sit tight as I work on that. In the meantime, I do have an answer for you all for number two. That TV series is Parks and Recreation. Parks and Rec. 75% of you got that one right. So let's see. If you put Parks and Recreation and spelled it wrong, don't worry, you'll get a point. Rescoring that right now for you. Our next question in round number three, we're talking ponies and horses. Here it is, question three. Pony Boy Curtis is the youngest member of the Greasers, a gang of poor teenagers in Oklahoma in what 1967 coming of age novel by S.E. Hinton? Scores are updated for those of you who spelled out one in World War One. You should have that point now. Thanks for your patience. Your correct answer for number three, that S.E. Hinton novel featuring Pony Boy Curtis, is The Outsiders. The Outsiders. Stay golden, Pony Boy. Question four. The Pony Express was a short lived mail service that operated in the 1860s, which originated in St. Joseph in what U.S. state and extended to California? Name that state where the Pony Express started. The Pony Express extended to California, but started in St. Joseph, located in Missouri is the state we were looking for, which 72% of you got correct. You know your Pony Express history. Question number five. Horsey sauce is a mayonnaise and horseradish based condiment available at what fast food chain founded by brothers Forrest and Leroy Raffle in 1964? Name that fast food chain. Hello to Adam and family in the house. So welcome. Got an answer for you all. We talked donkey sauce a week or two ago, which apparently is Guy Fieri's creation. But horsey sauce can be found at Arby's. Arby's is your correct answer for question number five. They have the meats. How'd you do? Quite well. Not the easiest. Here come your scores. On to our sixth question in this horses and ponies round. Here we go. Often used in horse racing to measure a horse's margin of victory, a unit of length equal to an eighth of a mile is known by what seven-letter term? Used in horse racing, it's equal to an eighth of a mile. That seven-letter word is furlough. Furlough, your correct response for number six. Our seventh question in this round. The Shetland pony is a breed of pony from the Shetland Islands, a group of islands that belong to which country of the United Kingdom? Shetland ponies, named for the Shetland Islands, which belong to Scotland. Scotland, your answer for number 7. Three more questions in this horses and ponies themed round. Then we're moving into our final category of the evening, the picture round. Here's number 8. Pegasus is the mythical winged horse that sprung from the head of Medusa after she was decapitated by what legendary Greek hero? That legendary Greek hero who decapitated Medusa. It is Perseus. Perseus, your correct response for number 8. 67% of you got that one right. Here is number 9. The 2013 hit song Dark Horse by Katy Perry featured what rapper who co founded the Memphis rap group 3 6 Mafia? I have an answer for you all for number 9. Dark Horse by Katy Perry featured Juicy J of 3 6 Mafia fame, Oscar winner Juicy J. And our final question of round number 3. Playing an important role in creating and preserving memory, what part of the brain has a name that translates to seahorse because of its resemblance to the aquatic animal? That part of the brain that is important for memory. It resembles a seahorse. It is the Hippocampus. Hippocampus, your correct response. So for number 10, 75% of you got that one right. That does bring us to the end of round number 3. We're heading into our final category of the evening, the picture round. First, let's check in briefly with our standings as we head into this final round. Tied in 10th with 26. How can this be? For I am the Quizats, Heterak. Also, why not Zoidberg, Unleavened Nando's in a tie for 6th place with 27. We Drink and We Know Things 17 and 12. Jackash Incorporated and Actually tied in 2nd place with 28 points. We Drink and We Know Things 22 and 69. The Blue Shells and Quizzards of Oz. And in the lead right now, all on their lonesome with 29 out of a possible 30 points. Impressive game. The novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000. Before we get into this final round, let's take a look at our upcoming schedule. The movie quiz currently on hiatus. Stay tuned for more details about that, and make sure that you follow at Trivia Man on Instagram to see what's happening over there. We will be back with our next virtual quiz 1 week from today on Wednesday, May 1st at 8 o'clock Eastern Time at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. The picture round tonight is in the category of jukebox musicals. In this round, you are going to see 10 images that depict the cover art for different jukebox musicals. Most of them are for the cast albums. It's your job here to name the band or artist whose music is used in that jukebox musical. Once again, looking for the name of the band or artist. All right, folks, you've got 5 minutes on the clock to name the band or artist whose music is used in these jukebox musicals. Make sure you put your responses in the correct order, 1 through 10. 5 minutes, everybody. Then we'll work on our tiebreaker question to end tonight's game. Here we go. Good luck. Oh, hi there. We're halfway through this here picture round. Once again, looking for the name of the band or artist the musical is based on. Name the band or artist. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. It's happening. We have reached that 5 minute mark. Starting your countdown timer. Please make sure you click submit answers. I have answers for you all for this picture round. The name of the band or artist that the musical is based on. Image number one, Once Upon a One More Time for the second time this evening in her own words. It's Britney, bitch. Britney Spears, your answer for number one. Mamma Mia is based on the music of ABBA. Number three, Beautiful, the music of Carole King is your answer. Number four, American Idiot, the music of Green Day. Number five, On Your Feet, the music of Gloria Estefan is your correct answer. Image number six, A Beautiful Noise, based on the music of Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond, your correct response there. Number seven, Tommy. The Who is your answer. The Who's Tommy. Image number eight, Jersey Boys, of course, based on the music of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. If you put any combination of those words, I'll make sure that you get a point there. Image number nine, this is a new musical. I believe it is not yet opened. The Heart of Rock and Roll, based on the music of Huey Lewis is your correct answer. Huey Lewis. And number 10, Ain't You Proud, the music of the Temptations. Let's see what happened here with your scores for this round. Our toughest one, Huey Lewis with 58% of you. If you put Huey Lewis in the news, don't worry, you got that point as well. Followed by the Temptations, 61% got that. So whereas everybody who submitted ABBA and Green Day, we've got socials on our hands over there. Well played. Let's hear that air horn coming at you. Of course, your tiebreaker question also headed your way before there it is. Before we wrap up our quiz, our tiebreaker, as per usual, is going to have a number as an answer. And your goal as you place your response to the tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number, which means whoever's closest breaks that tie, and you can guess over or under the number. Here it is, our final question of the night. Give us your best guess. Including previews, how many total Broadway performances were there of the Gloria Estefan musical On Your Feet? If your team ended up in the top 15 or so teams here this evening, we will post the results of the tiebreaker over on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League. So keep an eye out to see what ended up happening with tonight's game, particularly if you're in the top and are part of a tie. We'll find out soon what happened tonight. Gloria Estefan's musical On Your Feet, including previews, ran for 780 performances on Broadway. 780 is your correct answer. As a reminder, we will be back 1 week from today with our next quiz right here at 8 o'clock Eastern Time on Wednesday, May 1st at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. I hope very much that you all will join us then. Let's see what happened tonight by heading on over to the winner's circle. Finishing this evening's quiz in a tie for 15th place with 34 points, the Rubber Yolks and Chi-Chi's Forever. Tied in 12th with 35, Not on Spring Break, Why Not Zoidberg, and the Helsinki Syndrome. Tied in 9th with 36 points. And how can this be for I Am, the Quizats, Heterak, as well as Unleavened Nando's. And actually, in 6th place tonight, we've got a tie with 37 points between We Drink and We Know Things 17, We Drink and We Know Things 12, and Jack Ash Incorporated. Tied in 2nd place with 38 points, We Drink and We Know Things 22, and We Drink and We Know Things 69. The Blue Shells and Quizzards of Oz. And our winners tonight by a margin of 1 point and only missing 1 point throughout the entire evening. Congratulations go to the novelization of Aaron Brockovich 2000. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I have been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. Thank you to Peter and the rest of our writing team for helping to put together tonight's game. Thank you to Cullen for making all of this possible. And thank you to Murr and the rest of the Rizzio team for creating the software that you all played the quiz on tonight. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and we'll see you 1 week from now. Good night, everybody.